Hey guys, it's your boy Bocce, and we are making our triumphant return to the Legacy League metagame, playing some Rug Delver today. Looks like we'll be on the draw for the first match of this league. So this hand is unfortunately a little on the do-nothing side. The opponent has mulliganed. I think I'm going to mulligan here. Alright, this is fine. This is also a do-nothing hand, but at least it has Force of Will. Since I don't have a green source, throwing away the Tarmogoyf seems like an easy decision. Alright, let's see what they want to serve up here. Nothing. It's fine with me. So I'll definitely hold up the Volcanic here and try to Spell Pierce, Spell Snare, Stifle something. And we can just Wasteland them next turn. Okay. So I've drawn a land here, which kind of makes it tempting to not Wasteland them. That would let me play Tarmogoyf while holding up Stifle next turn. But I think that's... I mean, the obvious play just seems like to Wasteland them. They're not really playing any threats, so I think I'm actually okay with this. Alright, I'm gonna fetch on his end step here. I guess maybe I should have done it on his upkeep. But these underground sea decks typically don't play Stifle, but I guess he is playing Stifle. Daze. So I kind of want to force this, because I definitely want to play Tarmogoyf next turn. I guess I'm going to pitch Spell Snare, because it's pretty situational. Well, he definitely got me by surprise playing the Stifle in the Underground Sea deck, but that's a good choice for him, so... Alright, well the good news is that our Stifle is still active, and I pitched the correct card to Force of Will, Spell Snare in this case. And then hopefully we'll get to drop a Hooting Mandrills here. Well, we'll need to get a green source first. I guess there's really no reason to Wasteland him now. Well, this is certainly an awkward game to start out with. Alright, well if we draw a green source here, we're going to be in a pretty good position. Another wasteland. I guess I will keep that in my hand. Hoping to draw that green source. A Delver of Secrets. So if I jam this, we'll lose our ability to stifle anything. I guess that's fine, because Wasteland, he probably can't answer Delver of Secrets and fetch a non-wastable land. So we're going to go ahead and play this Delver of Secrets and hope for another opportunity to stifle something. Force. One of these crazy Grixis decks. So Grixis is an interesting choice in the metagame. They get to... See, he's probably just going to play the Angler here, which is unfortunate. Oh, wow, he has a basic Swamp. That caught me off guard. Alright. Yeah, I have no idea what my opponent's... It's probably straight blue-black then? Man, I really got hit hard with that Stifle, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I could be in a fine position still if I can just draw that green source. Hey. Okay. Play the green source. So, no cards in the graveyard. So I think I would actually like to play Hooting Mandrills this turn. Well, if he goes to Fatal Push Tarmogoyf or something, I guess I need to conserve my graveyard, because I need to get more cards in the graveyard ideally. For Hooting Mandrills. It's just awkward that if he goes to Fatal Push this Tarmogoyf, I'm gonna lose my blue mana. Like, I'm gonna lose my Volcanic Island there, or not be able to play Stifle, I guess. But yeah. But this does get more cards in my graveyard, so that I can play Hooting Mandrills, hopefully. Let's see what he's got here. Maybe I'll draw Oko. That would be sweet. Okay. Wow, I drew Oko. Well, I'm just gonna jam it. That's pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, he's got a nice 3/3 elk there. I don't think I see a reason to do anything other than just pass. Yeah, I don't want to take any damage, obviously. So, yeah, seeing the power of Oko here, it's pretty awesome. I will create a food token. And I will play... I guess I should attack first. It's sort of dumb to do it now. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna play the damn thing. Okay. Attack with Tarmogoyf. Man, drawing that Oko was insane. But Gurmag Angler is definitely a reason why it's in my main deck, so yeah. Let's see what I can do here, but I'll definitely gain control of that Angler next turn if I get the chance. Petty Theft. Alright. That's not a huge setback. So what's he gonna do here? Attack me? Attack Oko? Okay, he's gonna bring me down to 2. So I can sacrifice food to gain life. Okay, that's a good... More land is definitely a welcome draw. I don't think I'm in danger of dying to Lightning Bolt here, so I kind of still just want to do the switch with Oko. I think that's the plan. I'm sure he can't kill me next turn. Do this correctly. Alright, now we can attack for 3. So if he does make a Brazen Borrower next turn, we're just going to have to start drawing cards. Or, making food, I mean, I'm sorry. You know, maybe what I'll do here is actually just play Delver of Secrets. And then I will pop the Grove. Delver could potentially block. And then I can get a card in the graveyard by popping Waterlogged Grove here, so... Alright. So I'll attack with everything, see if he wants to do something. I just can't imagine he's going to get through with this Brazen Borrower. And I think I just want to hold up Stifles. I think his plan is to try to sneak one through with Brazen Borrower here, but definitely want to prevent that from happening. But I can gain 3 life anyway with the food, even if this Borrower does come through. Okay. Alright. Well, that was a bit dicey, but yeah, Oko was crazily good. This is why I have a Dismember in the sideboard, is for potential Gurmag anglers. So on the draw, I like to trim some of the free counters. I don't know that this is really a Spell Snare matchup. It doesn't seem like he plays a ton of non-basics, so Wrenn and Six probably isn't at its best in this matchup. But I can definitely pick off Brazen Borrower. I'm sure he plays Delver of Secrets. Alright, I'll definitely keep this hand. Alright. That we have answers for. Definitely bolt this right away. Alright, so it doesn't look like my opponent's going to do anything too crazy this turn, so it's all well and good with me. Don't hate Wasteland where I've got a bunch of mana, so that's fine also. Alright, Daze is not a terrible draw. Maybe my opponent's going to Daze me here? If they do, I definitely won't Daze back. Wow. I'm just going to let Force resolve. What a play, forcing my Ponder. A Sinkhole. I'm not really excited about dazing this. I guess it's fine. I don't want to run out of lands. And Daze is gonna be pretty bad if I'm behind on lands anyway. See, I want to play Delta and hold up Pyroblast, but my opponent's probably playing Stifle. I don't know. Maybe they tap out for a 3-drop, like a Narset or something. Although they just pitched that. I guess it's more likely they just play Gurmag Angler. It looks like they're going to. Yup. Do I want to Ponder here? Or just play Delver? kind of just want to ponder. Racing Gurmag Angler doesn't seem that great. See, I should have pondered last turn, I guess. See, none of these cards really help me. I guess a Brainstorm and Force of Will, or I guess I definitely can't shuffle this. I need to. All right. Yeah. So the plan is to try to brainstorm into some action and hold up Force of Will. I mean, maybe I'm being stupid, not just sacking my polluted delta into a Stifle. I guess I could put back Pyroblast and Tropical. I guess we'll see if he has the Stifle. Alright. And then we'll just jam some Delvers here. Sinkhole. I guess I'm gonna force this. I mean, if I drew Oko, or I also have the chance to just block his Angler and then bolt it. And I guess that's actually what we're gonna be looking at doing here. Petty theft. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we're in a pretty bad position here. Oh well. I guess I could block Gurmag Angler and hope to draw Oko and hope that it resolves. I guess if you hardcast Brazen Borrower, that's fine. Okay. Definitely an interesting deck that my opponent is playing. Alright, but this should be better on the play. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Alright, this hand looks pretty good. I'm just thinking about if I want to fetch right away. I guess I'm going to. Just so I don't have to worry about Stifle and I can start jamming Tarmogoyfs. Force of Negation. Alright. See, I don't think my opponent can really afford to do that. They should be fine where we have more lands. Stifle seems like a pretty good draw. I feel like I'm gonna get choked here. I gotta hold off on playing this Brainstorm, I guess, until at least next turn. Alright, we're going for it. Well, that's really irritating. I guess I'm not gonna force this. I'll just try to force the Gurmag Angler. Man, my opponent's deck is terrible, but I just worked pretty hard here. But, man, I guess fetching Tropical Island on turn 1 was pretty poor. Alright, there we go. I'm out of this Brainstorm lock. The draw is not very exciting. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna hold. There's no point in playing my Delver of Secrets just to get Fatal pushed. And it's too bad. It's so crazy to be playing this deck in a Wrenn and Six metagame. It's too bad I haven't seen a copy of Wrenn and Six this entire time. I still don't see any point in playing Delver of Secrets just to get a Fatal pushed. And I do want to protect my land with that Stifle. Hey. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna discard. Brazen Borrower. Okay. Okay. I have to imagine he probably has another Brazen Borrower. Wow, he wants to force it. Pitching Brainstorm, no less. I think I'm going to force back. Still don't want to play Delver of Secrets into Fatal Push. And then I can just play another Hooting Mandrills next turn. And if he plays Gurmag Angler, at least I can just block the damn thing. Okay. Gonna get in the air for 3. If only I wasn't a mana shy. Alright, well, maybe my opponent will brick really hard, and I can just attack twice. I would love to win this matchup so much against this stupid deck. Okay. Do I just want to tap out for Oko? I guess we'll see if he has a friggin' Stifle here to start. Okay. I mean, he's probably got a Fatal Push. So I'm just going to jam Oko. Opponent goes down to 4 here. Hardcast Force of Will. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So even if he plays a Gurmag Angler, I don't think I'm in a terrible spot. Wow, I can't believe I won. Alright, well, you know, I think that my opponent's deck is really stupid. And I've never been more excited to win a match in my life. Friggin' blue-black land destruction in this metagame. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Alright, I'm going to keep. I think I'm fine just holding up Stifle here. And there's also the Bolt option if he just plays a creature, so. Yup. So I think I'm just gonna play the Grove here and not worry about my opponent having a Stifle. These cards are all exciting. It'll be unfortunate if he plays Wrenn and Six next turn, but guess I just have to hope he doesn't have, you know, like the natural fetch, or, you know, the not fetch. Okay. Okay. So if this Stifle resolves, this is gonna be over. Alright. Alright, so I will play Delver and then play Ponder. Yeah, Spell Snare is probably good because he probably has a Tarmogoyf, and Bolt will handle anything else, or a Wrenn and Six. So and then I can play Wasteland next turn. And I mean, I wasn't even thinking about the Delver, but thankfully I did it correctly. Good heavens. Ooh. Hooting Mandrills. Alright, that's pretty good. The Hooting Mandrill's definitely a good card. Another Delver. Some way to block that Mandrills would be a lot better. Alright, I guess I don't think I can afford to get overly greedy. Well, see, I could. I know Delver's not going to flip anyway. I guess going from 16 to 15 is not going to matter against his beater doing 4 per turn over there. Only he's going to force it. Alright. Alright, well, I'm less excited about that keep. But I guess he was going to force whatever it was anyway. Mandrills was a very good draw for my opponent there, obviously. Alright, well I guess I'm going to block Hooting Mandrills and bolt it. I'm not excited about it, but... Alright, but I'm in a pretty good position nonetheless. It's too bad I don't have the actual land here. I feel a lot. I could definitely do this. Yeah, he's got the fetch right there. Can't daze anything with what I've got here. So he's gonna play a Mandrill of his own. Okay. Alright. Well, at least we have some way to counter his stuff now. So we'll spell pierce that. I'm definitely going to lose. I think he has a lightning bolt. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Because even if I sacked my Delta, I wouldn't have the Andrew of Force of Will off the Grove. I wouldn't be able to pay the 1 life. Okay. So I take out Oko because I have Submerge, and that's just a lot easier way to deal with Tarmogoyfs and Hooting Mandrills than paying 3 mana. So I've just been doing it like this. Alright. At least my opponent isn't playing a terrible deck. And I do think that Hooting Mandrills is the way to go. So I think I actually will put back Wrenn. I guess I could put back Hydroblast. I mean, Wrenn does win games in a hurry. Alright, here's where I'd like to draw a fetch land off the top. Alright, well, that's fine too. I guess I'll Brainstorm here. Alright, so I'll be able to reply with my own Tarmogoyf, and then play Wrenn and Six the turn after that. I'm kind of walking into Submerge is the only thing. Alright, so we'll attack. Alright, so looking like he does not have Submerge. That's fine. It's fine. So I'll play Ponder here to start. Hooting Mandrills is pretty good. we are going to be able to shrink his Tarmogoyf down to size. So that is good. So that's going to get his Tarmogoyf back up to size. Alright, so yeah, it's like Submerge or Bust. Okay. I sideboarded like I was on the draw last game. That was foolish. I definitely would want 4 Daze on the play if I was thinking about what I was doing. Alright. Maybe I'll just try cutting a bolt for a Dismember. Answering Mandrills and Tarmogoyf is pretty good. Bolt doesn't really kill Wrenn and Six most of the time anyway. Alright, we'll keep. This is definitely the type of hand you like to see, so hopefully we can get this done on the draw. Alright. What have they got on turn 2 here? Okay. Alright. Well, I have to imagine we're about to blow our opponent out here. Okay. Well, you know, it was close. Well, I guess my opponent kept a hand that was a little soft there in game 3. But, yeah, winning Delver Mirrors, that's what you want to be doing. Yeah, I guess I sideboarded not quite correctly in game 2 there. That was foolish. Alright, here we go. Cruising in for round 3. This hand on the draw. I mean, the opponent's probably playing Rug Delver. I guess this hand is not very exciting. Okay. Daze just isn't very good on the draw, and I don't have the mana to play Wrenn and Six, so that was the logic behind those decisions. We'll see if that proves to be regrettable. Alright, so it is burn. Alright, I guess I will Spell Pierce his Rift Bolt. Hopefully he doesn't have a turn 2 Eidolon. It's looking like he does not. Alright. So we'll deploy the Tarmogoyf. I mean, if I get to play Ponder and find anything next turn, we'll be in a pretty good position. It's usually pretty hard for burn opponents to win on 1 mana. Okay. So a Daze would be a sweet draw. I probably will end up wastelanding my volcanic island. Maybe I'll... Let's see here. Alright. I really should have attacked first. Alright. Well, this way, though, if he can't bolt Tarmogoyf, so... But then we'll have a Force backup next turn. Okay. Well, that was not a great play by my opponent either, so... Alright, well, it should be pretty elementary from here. Swift Spear. I can just bolt that next turn. The opponent's going to need to do 11 damage. And get through my counter spells. Alright. Burn's usually pretty favorable, but sometimes they just have the nuts. I guess Wrenn and Six is a whole lot of nothing in this matchup. I could just board out the Waterlogged Grove, that's pretty bad. Okay. One thing about Oko is it is a beating against our burn opponents. Alright, this hand is all the things that I like to see. Alright, Rift Bolt's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna play Delver here. If he Rift Bolts my Delver, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. This other Delver will probably end up getting pitched to Force of Will. Alright, he's coming for me. Force of Negation is not a bad one. Okay. Alright, I'm sure one Tarmogoyf is fine. So I'm going to draw the Lightning Bolt next turn. The one Tarmogoyf we already have, plus the Insectile Aberration in play, should be plenty of threats. But I guess the way this is going, I don't really want to draw. Okay. So I think I'm fine just playing the Tarmogoyf with a couple pitch counters up here. I'll just force his Price of Progress. Oh, I can't. That always gets me. Well, my opponent is not wanting for lands this game. Okay. So I definitely like Wasteland for additional protection. I guess if I play Wrenn and Six, he's dead next turn. But I guess I'm just gonna hold up the counters. I think I'm just gonna Wasteland the Tropical Island. take 2 damage. I think that's fine. Alright, I will counter the spell if it is blue. It's fine. Alright, so Spell Pierce is like back in range here, which is pretty good. And drawing another blue card is nice. Alright. Well, this should about do it. Oh, lightning bolts. Alright. Alright. If there was a while there when Burn was a bit of a tricky matchup, I guess. I don't know, I guess it was just a tough deck to beat there, but I guess since people started playing Hydroblast, and with the printing of Oko and playing Spell Snare, it seems like there's a lot of answers to what they're trying to do. I guess Force of Negation is a card I find a little questionable. It gets me every time that I can't play it on my turn. I tried the 2 Spell Snare configuration and 2 Spell Pierces and 3 Stifles, you know, no Force of Negation. And I mean that was pretty good. It doesn't seem like people are playing the unfair decks that would make you really need that extra Force of Negation in the main deck. Based on the way that this tournament's gone, kind of just want to make it another Oko. But you do obviously want to keep your blue instant and sorcery count as high as possible for Delver Secrets. And sometimes just being able to ram through a Wrenn and Six is all that matters in the mirrors. I would run the 1 Force of Negation in the sideboard. Generally, it seems like the people playing 4 Force of Will and 2 Force of Negation are crazy people, in my estimation, as Delver decks lack the card advantage and the ability to close the game out quick enough to make it so you want to be pitching cards that much. So I definitely don't like 2 Force of Negations in the main deck. And Spell Snare is a pretty awkward card in general. And so I don't really like playing with more than 1. Maybe a second one in the sideboard is something I would do. Well, this hand isn't my favorite, but I'm not going to mulligan to 5, obviously. I guess I'm just gonna fetch a tropical island. So it doesn't seem like Lightning Bolt's gonna be crazily important. It seems like this is probably a snow control deck would be my guess. Maybe it's a depths deck. Pithing Needle. Alright. Alright, well hopefully this little aberration can go the distance. Definitely going to Daze that. Weird that my opponent walked into Daze there. Alright, I think I'm just gonna roll with this. Just start playing Tarmogoyf and hoping for the best. It seems like my only real chance to win this game. Hopefully he doesn't have... No, well, he has it. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, well, this is gonna be more fun in game 2. When I get to bring in my Submerges, Okos, and Gilded Drakes. Maybe my opponent will forget to attack. I don't see any reason to... There's nothing I need to hide here. Alright. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff I want to bring in. I guess Lightning Bolt doesn't seem that important. I guess Force seems kind of only okay. I guess I am the control here. Alright. And I'll just trim a Daze and bring a Force back in if I survive to game 3. Alright, I'm just gonna jam the Delver, because Stifle can always be good for delaying Dark Depths trigger. Seems like my opponents should definitely take Oko, but I don't know. I like the way that... Oh, he took Wrenn and Six. Interesting. I mean, Wrenn and Six would let me curve into Oko, so maybe not the worst play. Alright, that's fine. Interesting. Pithing Needle. I don't think it's worth forcing. Then I can just force whatever. And his Pithing Needle won't be getting him very far if I just pitch Oko to force. So he's probably going to play Hex Mage next turn. And then sack it. Nope. See, I don't know why he did that in this particular order. I don't know. It seems like a trap to let it resolve, but... Can always do some kind of shenanigan. Man, all kinds of stifles in hand. Okay. So now I can Ancient Grudge his Pithing Needle on his end step. And still hold up Stifle for his Hex Mage. If he just does nothing though, maybe I shouldn't bother. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna not bother. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Okay. Well, my opponent did not do that much in that game. Alright, do I want to change anything else? You didn't see any Gilded Drakes or Submerges, so that's good. I don't believe you saw Ancient Grudge either. Alright, that's a hand I can keep. And they used to play these depth decks such that they didn't usually have Bayou or a Forest in play. But I guess they're not worried about Submerge anymore. I don't know. Mulligan to 4. Alright. Alright, those cards all seem pretty good. Sylvan Scrying. I think I'm just gonna let that one go where I have the Wasteland. I think I'm just gonna draw one more card. Spell Snare is not bad. Alright, that wasn't super exciting. Alright, well, I feel foolish about just not trotting out the Tarmogoyf. Alright, well, at least we have a couple Wastelands in play now. And an Ancient Grudge to stop any shenanigans, so... with a Pithing Needle, you know. Alright, here we go. Let's ponder into something good. Alright, these are probably good enough. Okay. Well, I did not get to play Gilded Drake or Submerge or Oko, so that was a little disappointing. But you know what? I will take the W. I guess that maybe this loadout is slightly lacking against control. There are the snow control decks, and I think that Oko is pretty good there because those decks like to play Tarmogoyf, and there's no great answers to Tarmogoyf. Well, you have to hope to Spell Snare it, but Tarmogoyf out of their sideboard, or maybe they just run a couple in the main deck, can be pretty good. But I don't know. Oko is an interesting card for sure, but if the opponent's able to just remove it, it doesn't impact the board a whole bunch. So it's funny. It's certainly the Simic Liliana the Veil, or Liliana, you know, the 3-mana one. The Last Hope. But it doesn't quite dominate the board quite the same way. Okay. Winged Hussar. Man, I don't love all the lands. This is a pretty hard decision. But I mean, these are generally the kind of cards that you want to see. I guess I'm gonna hope for something slightly less bad. Ugh. Wow, they mulligan to 5. Alright. Well, I could just hope that Wasteland is good. And sort of force whatever they do. I don't know. Swamp. Guess. Pitch Brainstorm. Alright. So, my original 7 definitely would not have got there. You would have turn 1 me. So there's something to be said for just keeping hands with Force of Will. And some chance at winning. Come on, something. Okay. Definitely going to be deploying my lands, as I might need to cast Force of Will for 5 mana. But yeah, what I want to do is get my opponent out of Reanimate range, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yup. Alright, well, I could draw Oko off the top. Maybe my opponent will draw 7 cards for some reason. Oh my god. Well, I'll take it where I can get it, folks. I don't know what just happened there. But that was something. I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe. Alright. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Alright, so Wrenn and Six. Not doing a lot here. Sometimes they're on that Crypt Keeper game plan. So I think this is fine. Yeah, that was just mind-boggling. I guess Dismember would be alright. Daze isn't really the best card against this deck, especially on the draw. Okay, well, this is a hand I'm going to keep. Yeah, I feel like E.W. Landon would not have drawn 7 with his Gristlebrand. But playing Gristlebrand definitely can be more skill testing. It's one of the reasons that I'm bad at playing Show and Tell, is that I always want to man, it's hard times for my opponent. He's just striking out here. Alright, so he revealed 2 Chancellors. So I think what I'm going to do is just play Ponder, and then play Tormod's Crypt for 0. I've got a Brainstorm anyway, so that's fine. Oh, that was the same Chancellor. That was foolish. I thought since Chancellor was there twice, he had 2 reveals, but that's the one thing about Magic Online and Chancellor, is you've always got to be checking. Sometimes they reveal 2, and you'll, you know, it's not like obvious. Alright, so he's just going for it. Yeah, Lightning Bolt and Wasteland both seem pretty bad. Alright, Oko's not a bad one. So do I just jam Brainstorm now? I guess so. Alright, I did not get Brainstorm locked, so that's pretty sweet. Alright, I am going to Stifle this. If he only has 2 cards left, so if he has like Entomb and then Reanimate, we'll be in Oko range. I think I'm just gonna... He doesn't seem like he's about to win. Okay. I guess I could have gained control of his Lotus Petal. But this is probably fine. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Certainly interesting play there when my opponent activated their Gristle Plant and let me Lightning Bolt them. But I don't know, I feel like Reanimator's not the worst matchup. Tormod's Crypt. It's definitely the best hate card against them. because Grafdigger's Cage is not great against Chancellor. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, folks.